Hi, hello. Today I'm going to introduce you a new project from Cilium. So this is a Cilium GitHub repo. Under the repo, there is a new project called PWRU. So what is this project? So PWRU means packet, where are you? So if we read at the sentence here, it is an eBPF-based tool for tracing network packets in the Linux kernel with advanced filtering capabilities. And so here is a short video screenshot. Displayed here to like you set up an PWRU to drop a packet and then use this PWRU to troubleshoot the network problem. Okay, and actually I found a good use of this project for my use. Like here, I have this PR for Cilium, and to add the VXLAN tunnel endpoint integration to the Cilium tunnel cluster. But I came across a problem here is that when I tested the network connectivity on kernel version 5.4 or before that kernel 5.4 version, I see intermittent packet drop. So what it shows is that here I can show you the terminal session here. This is my Kubernetes cluster managed by Cilium. So when I exec into a BusyBox pod and then ping external VXLAN device, VTEP device outside of the cluster. So this is an IP address in the VXLAN device. You can see here the network is not working. So this is my feature, PR request feature for Cilium to be able to have network connectivity to external VXLAN device. But as you can see here, it does not work. And this only happens, it actually works in the beginning for a couple of minutes, like see here. I'm pinging the same IP address. I got a reply, and it works for a couple of minutes, and then all of a sudden it stops working. So, and you can see here it doesn't work, and so here I tried again. It does not work. So again, this only happened to a kernel version 5.4 and before. So how do we troubleshoot this problem? And that's why I opened up this issue report in Cilium. And initially I used IP table trees that I usually use for troubleshooting Kubernetes IP table collection problem. And I see the difference between the IP table trees for working and not working case, but still I'm unable to figure out what the problem is, because I don't see any IP table rule to drop the packet, because in Cilium actually there is a very limited IP table rule. So I have been stuck for this issue for a while, and then I heard of this packet, where are you project. It's actually very new. You can see here that the day commit days is a couple of days, and yeah, so it's a very new project, but it's very useful if you have network problem, packet drops inside the kernel and you don't know why. So I'm going to demonstrate how I'm going to use this tool. So here, this is on my Kubernetes node managed by the Cilium. And so I'm going to build this tool. So first we do go generate. There are some warnings we can ignore, and then we go build. So that's it, and we have a binary PWRU created here, and so also you needed to have a newer client version. So like my client version is 12.0.1 version. So you need a 12 version for this to compile successfully. And so now we can we can start this program. And this is how I started. So you can see here, I use filter destination IP address, which is the remote external VXLAN endpoint IP address. So that's the outer encapsulation packet of the outer destination IP address. So this is for the VXLAN port. I only want to filter on the 8472 VXLAN port, and the protocol is UDP, of course. And I have output tuple, which is to output the actual tuple collections. So we launched this program, and on the Kubernetes node. So here I'm going to run this test again, because remember this BDBox pod is on this node, this Kubernetes node. So that's why I run the PWRU on this node. And here I just basically exec into the BDBox pod on that node, and then ping a external VXLAN device IP address. So hopefully we should see something. I just send one packet, so we don't get too much output here. So let's look at it here now. And as you can see, we got some output here now. And so this is the output. It shows you the process name. Here is the ping, and then so those are kernel functions and routines, and there is also timestamp and the tuple collection here. It shows like this is my Kubernetes node that I'm running this packet here. And so this is a local IP address. So this is a remote a destination VXLAN VTEP device IP address, like we filtered here, 236, and this is 236. And the destination port is, of course, 8472. So you can see here, it has the bunch of kernel routines here. And so this looks like a stack trace, the path, the code path here. And so we have transmit routine to transmit a packet, and here then we have a SKP get hash, like a pick a core, pick a transmit queue, and then hash, and then but after that it's like free the packet. So this is what happened inside of the kernel. So to compare with a working output, I have a working output here. So we can compare the difference. So this is a working example. It has a much more output here. So we can compare the difference here is that right after the SKP get hash, for the working one, it has SCH direct transmit. So I assume this is a routine to transmit the packet. But for the non-working case, we do not see this one, right? So this give us a clue that the problem might be between here and here, right? So then you wanted to know where this routine come from, and we can use a grep to search this function, and in the kernel source, and so I found out it's actually from this function dev q transmit. So let's go to the kernel source code here. So I found this routine that started here to transmit the packet. And when it transmitted the packet, so we have seen here this function, this routine here, right? Core pick tx. So for the non-working one, yeah, we see this one, right? Dev q transmit, net dev core pick tx, and then net dev pick tx. So here is this one, what we see here in a source. And then there is this thing, and then there is if the queue is available, and then transmit the packet. So it's look like we didn't get this code. So let's look inside this routine kernel function, dev transmit skb. So if we look further down here, we will see a function here. It's called this one, right? So this is the one we are missing here. And get a hash and a free. We don't see the skb. We don't see that one. And for the working case, here, so we do not see this one in the non-working, right? So here is so problem probably is somewhere before this. There is some issue, and or somewhere here, but we don't know, right? But basically, we know roughly where the problem might be, and so, and also since I tested in this report. It works on kernel version 5.5, but does not work on kernel version 5.4. Actually the 5.4 stable release, long-term stable release works, but the 5.4 vanilla version does not work. So, but 5.5 works. So I basically, based on this, the PWRU output, I just simply diff the difference. I check the difference between 5.4 and 5.5, and I found a difference, a commit that seems related to this function, and I look at this commit. Let's look at this commit. It seems like related to the problem we are seeing, but I am not 100% sure. We could do a git biosect to find out the exact commit, but I didn't spend that much time to do the git biosect. And but look at this commit, it looks suspicious, and if you read the, there is some code change inside this function, and so that's what I guess, but I don't know. So anyway, so this is just I think it's a good tool when your other tool doesn't work that well, or doesn't tell you what exactly or where the problem might be. This tool give you, this PWRU tool give you some direction where you might need to look into. And yeah, so I think, and it actually can also output a few, it has a few output options, and yeah. But just exit the function. I think it has so it has filter options, and it has a few output options. You can output SKB, tuple, or stack, because this again, this tool, it works on 5.5 kernel 5.5 version. I have a issue report here. Yeah, this is a issue because I tried to run on kernel 5.4, but I couldn't compile, and it gave me this error. And then because this function is not available in 5.4, it's only in 5.5 and above. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think you can try out this tool, and I think it's very cool. And yes, thanks for watching.